What is up, everybody? It is the Higgs here, joining you from MMOplay.com for a first look at a game called Goodgame Empire. This is your standard build-em-up, civilization-y sort of game, top-down view. You know exactly what kind of game this is just by looking at it. So I've been tinkering around with this a bit, built a few buildings, expanded my land a bit. But this is your first look at the actual gameplay. As you would expect, you have missions that you can choose to either do or not do. You have treasure chests just outside. You have a chat, which is pretty cool. I guess it's a world chat and then an alliance chat. Coin collection every day from a tax collector. I actually think the tax collection system is kind of neat. I know it's nothing groundbreaking or anything, but I like the idea that there's this smarmy little greasy tax collector running around bothering all these peasants who you're working so hard to build a village for. In terms of the actual land around, this is your world map. This is also where you engage in combat, attacking neighboring castles. These can be player castles. They can be just Mordor. They can be just standard, you know, like that robber baron castle. It's just a little tiny itty bitty castle-y thing. Map of the kingdoms, which is pretty cool. I guess these are the different factions here. So far, by my telling, there's no real difference in the factions, but I could be wrong about that. It just started me out in a faction. If I ever had a choice of a faction, I don't know it. So I am actually going to, for the purpose of this first look, let's build up some military might. These are obviously resources. They are on a system of production percentage. So yeah, standard fare there. So let's get some military action going on here. We will train up some troops and we will send them out into battle. So right now we've got 3 out of 3 commanders. I believe every army has to, or every squad maybe is what they call them in this game, that you send out has to have its own commander. Another cool feature while we're talking about the military is the castle defense system, which is pretty rad because it's broken up into 4 separate components. This is the same way you attack as well, which you're going to see in just a minute. We've got a few soldiers trained up, and we are going to take those soldiers from Higgville, the best town in the world, into this robber baron castle. So we're going to attack that. Sure, sounds great. So this is what combat looks like. Again, you've got the 4 areas here. I've got 4 squads. My big beef with this system is that it's super difficult and perhaps impossible to tell what you're up against here. Like, it would be really great if, you know, you had some knowledge of what they had, and I guess this no espionage carried out is how you get to know that, but I just think that should be like a core feature of the game. But then again, once you see how easy combat is, you'll probably tell why that's not really a core feature, because it's probably not really needed in this game. But I just think it would be a lot cooler to know exactly what you're up against. For the purposes of this siege, we're going to spread our units out around all the walls and attack. And so they march over there and do their thing. And that was just super duper exciting, wasn't it? So let's go back to our castle while they're heading home and check on how it went. It was a victory. And this is all the sweet loots. So yeah, that is, you know, that's how you do combat there. These rubies, I think, are your payable currency, and you know, see, like, to get a treasure here, like, you have to pay rubies, and to get rubies, I think you have to pay money. I'm not sure on that, but I'm pretty sure. And then if you have an excess of resources, you can use those as well. I'm not a huge fan of that system of gaming in general, so for me, it's a turnoff. But if you are a pay-to-winner, you will probably like this game. Graphically, it's well executed, but pretty similar to things you've seen in the past. In terms of functionality, the different buildings are more or less the same sort of buildings you're going to see in every other game like this. The limited view distance, how you can't really get that far outside in terms of distance of your castle, and that these treasures just pop up randomly. I prefer games of this sort where you can see things way off in the distance and you build your town or castle or whatever it is toward those things, toward those goals. So this feels a little bit limited to me. It feels a little bit bland. In terms of building diversity in general, there's not a whole lot. You got civil, military, battlements, the decorative items, and storehouse for decorative items. And all these things they look pretty much like most of the things that you've seen in most of these games. And this is here how you expand out. Let's go ahead and expand out so I can show you this. I do wish as you expanded, the resources became a part of your township, but as you saw, I just expanded, and these rocks, the stone quarry, just got pushed back. Same thing happened with these food plots over here. They just get shoved back. So overall, Goodgame Empire, it's a good game. No pun intended. It's a good game. It's not the best game like this that you can play. So overall, I give it like a 5 out of 10. It's well executed for what it is, but what it is something you've seen tons and tons of times before. So I have been the Higgs from MMOplay.com. What do you think of Goodgame Empire? Are you excited at all to play it? Are you playing it and think that I've missed something huge? Please let me know in the comments below, and I will talk to you soon.